Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Hello, good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Monday the 28th of the 6th, 2021. The time is 0430, 0430 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime North American session. Right, Friday the 25th then, the last full trading day, we had a negative unopposed driver in the pound at minus 143, no backdoor flows, the closing positive flows mainly going into the yen at plus 90, the dollar plus 30, and the euro was the positive rock at plus 23, activity plus or minus 143. Last week then, to give you some context, we had a negative opposed driver in the yen at minus 347, front and backdoor flows mainly going into the euro at plus 246, into the pound at plus 190, and the dollar was a negative rock at minus 89, activity plus or minus 436. This is intraday, sorry, not intra-week, intraday, which is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive opposed driver in the yen, plus 61, front and backdoor flows, mainly coming out of the pound at minus 47, out of the euro at minus 19, and the dollar was the positive rock at plus 5, activity plus or minus 66. So basically last week we had soft yen, strong euro, strong pound, weak dollar, and now we're reversing out at the moment on the Asian session. Right, what's going to knock it about? Well, today, Monday the 28th, we've got a very light day today. We've got just a few speeches here and there, so the data isn't going to knock it about. So the boys, the market makers, are going to start flexing some muscles today. So watch out. There's all sorts of peculiar things going to be going on. Tuesday we've got German CPI. Apart from that, it's light. On Wednesday it starts to ramp up a bit. We've got China non-manufacturing and manufacturing PMIs, GDP for GBP, Euro CPI, and we've got US ADP report, which is the precursor for the NFP, which is Friday. Right, so let's have a look what's been going on in the flows. Our trades are sort of stuck near the bottom of the range really. We're about plus 1200 points at the moment from a peak of 6,500. So they've come back significantly. They've lost about 80% from the peak, but that's the way it goes. Right, Euro then is weak, except against the Swiss. The yen is strong across the board. The pound is strong, except against the yen and the NZD. The Swiss is weak across the board. The CAD is weak, except against the Swiss and the Euro. The AUD is weak, except against the Euro, the CAD and the Swiss. The NZD is strong, except against the yen, and the dollar is strong, except against the yen, the euro and the AUD. So what have we got? We've got yen strength across the board, and we've got Swiss weakness, excuse me, and take your pick in the middle. Right, so let's have a look at the asset classes before we do the final analysis. So we'll have a look at the US dollar index, which is the initial place we'd normally start. So US dollar index, what does it look like? So it's it's something like this. It's 0.25 from the high, so the dollar's reasonably strong, 91.86. Gold Gold inevitably doesn't like it. It's 0.45 from the floor. So that's gold. Oil's on this sort of upward trend at the moment. It's 0.5 from the high. So it's come up 50% on the breakout effectively. Wall Street's got this sort of look. It's 0.22 from the high. S&P basically looks it's about 0.1 from the high, and the tech is a bit higher. It's 0.25 from the high, above the high, so that's plus, and that's plus. Right, so you've got S&P and tech strength, Wall Street lagging slightly. Right, so US 10-year, let's have a look. You've got this sort of situation. Now it's come back down, it's 0.25 from the floor. So the price has been pushed down. Yields are starting to strengthen up again in the US 10-year. The bund sort of looks like this. It's 0.45 from the high. So European prices are much higher than US prices in our model terms. So US yields are significantly stronger in the short term than European yields, likely to lead to an effect on the euro dollar, etc. So that's where we are. Copper, where is it? Copper's sort of still struggling. It's 0.25 from the floor, and US steel hasn't really got going either. It's 0.33 from the floor. So basically we've got soft commodities, we've got mixed equities, we've got strong oil, weak gold, and a strong dollar with strong US 10 years. So we're looking at that sort of scenario at the moment. So we're short USD dollar against euro, pound, AUD, and short NZD against euro, pound, CAD, and AUD. If you look at the AUD, NZD, it's sort of I don't know. It looks like that, and further down you've got this floor. We're about here. This is we're likely to see. We're long AUD NZD, but we've had to retrace back to the minimum again for about the second or third time. But ultimately, we're looking to go long AUD. But in the short term, the technicals look like they want to push it back down. So you want to consider shorting the AUD NZD in the short term. We're not going to be doing that, but that might be a useful thing to look at. And the euro dollar. So AUD NZD and euro dollar. So you might want to short both of those in the short term. And if the market makers apply a bit of muscle, then that might well be quite useful today. Otherwise, we're sticking with our positions. We're about minus 1,200 points. Sorry, plus 1,200 points, and it's been very sticky. But we're hanging in there, and we should see a change fairly shortly, running into NFP. Right. Get worse before it gets better. Okay, hope that was useful. If you can, catch the weekend reviews, data cycle, flow cycle reviews. If not, see you tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you for watching.